Hello, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Almost said Tuesday. It's definitely Wednesday. But happy Wednesday. I'm so glad that you're here with me this morning. So we have just a really quick yin yoga practice ready for us this morning. I wanted to try to make something that was easy to kind of fit into a really busy schedule. So we're just doing a really quick one this morning. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll begin in a seated position. Go ahead and start to make your way there, coming into a comfortable seat on your mat. Maybe closing the eyes, softening the gaze. And starting to tune into the body. Feel your belly rise with each inhale and fall with each exhale. All right, and let's just do a couple of rounds of square breathing just to get us started, just to kind of slow us down a little bit. Maybe it's been a hectic morning, you rushed to work, and now you're trying to take a little break. I get it. So we'll inhale for a count of 4, we'll hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then hold for another count of 4. I'll count us off for the first couple of rounds, and then I'll let you go at your own pace. So begin to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale. Keep going at your own pace here. You can change that rhythm as much as you need to. Just a couple of rounds on your own. And after this round of square breathing, let your breath return to normal. Typically in a yin yoga class, we hold poses for about 3 to 5 minutes. And in that time, you may find that your body starts to feel a little tingly, a little achy, a little numb. All of those kinds of sensations are okay. It's just because we're holding these poses for a long time, and we're cutting off circulation to different parts of our bodies, and so those kinds of sensations are to be expected. Goodness, but because we're holding poses for just a minute, you might not experience that anymore, and that's okay too. You might still experience it. Just kind of listen to your body here, and if anything ever hurts, please be sure to back out. Nothing in this class should cause any kind of pain or anything like that. So let's take a big breath in and a big breath out, and we'll meet in our very first pose of class this morning, which is butterfly. So we'll stay seated. And just start by bringing the soles of your feet together. Let your knees splay out wide like an open book. You can bring your hands to your feet or to your knees or just wherever feels comfortable, really. And then start to round through the spine. You can let your head hang nice and heavy. And allow yourself to really settle into this pose. We're only here for about a minute, so try to hold as still as you can. Just another breath or two here. And whenever you're ready, slowly start to come up, rise. Now, if you want to be here for a little bit longer, feel free to pause this video. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next pose, which is banana pose. So we'll start to make our way to our back. You can take any movement that feels good along the way, maybe just swaying the knees side to side. And then starting to make your way all the way down to your back. And taking a big good morning stretch, reach your arms up overhead, stretch through the toes, and then just slowly start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, walk your feet over to the right side of your mat so you're in this sort of crescent shape, and feel that elongation or lengthening along the left side body here. Try to keep your shoulder blade and your left hip down on your mat. You can cross your ankles, you can grab opposite wrists, just to try to hold yourself in place. And then do your best to find stillness. Remember, we're only here for a minute or so. Just another breath or two on this side. And slowly, whenever you're ready, we'll just make our way straight over to the other side. So coming through center, take your hands all the way to the left, take your feet all the way to the left side. Again, you can cross your ankles, grab your wrists, just hold yourself here in place. And do your best to find stillness. And just another breath or two on this side. And slowly, whenever you're ready, start to come back to center. Maybe bend the knees and bring the soles of your feet to your mat. Maybe swaying the knees side to side, just finding any movement that feels nice. Hugging knees to chest might feel good, or even a little happy baby. Just tuning into the body here, recognizing what it needs in this moment. And once you found enough movement, happy baby is actually where we're going next. So go ahead and start to make your way there whenever you are ready. If you found enough movement, start to kick the soles of your feet up toward the ceiling, but with a bend in your knees. And then grab the inside or outside arches of your feet, pulling the knees in toward the earth. So my knees are on the outside of my kind of rib cage here. Maybe taking a couple minutes just to settle into the pose. And then finding stillness here. Just here for a minute or so. Just another breath or two here. And slowly, whenever you're ready, start to hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, maybe finding a little bit of movement here. And just taking any other movement that feels nice. All right, and for our next pose, we'll start to push ourselves up. And so we're gonna meet in a toe squat here. So coming to your hands and your knees, bring your toes underneath, so tuck your toes under, and then just start to sit down and back onto your heels. If this is too intense, you can kind of lean yourself forward a little bit so it's a little less pressure, but you want to feel that stretch along the bottom part of your foot. Sorry, I'm cutting my head off here. Sorry about that. I'm still here, I promise. But start to settle in. Finding stillness. Remember, we're just here for a minute or so. This one can feel pretty intense for people, so give yourself lots of grace. Show your body lots of love. We're over halfway there. Just another breath or two here. And whenever you're ready, slowly start to come out of the pose. Bring your hands back down to your mat. You can untuck your toes. Maybe leaning back with curled toes. Maybe just pushing back into a child's pose. That's where we're going next. So if you want a little head start, go ahead and start to make your way there. But feel free to stop and take any other movement along the way that feels nice. And remember, you can pause this video as much as you need to if you want to hold these poses a little bit longer. All right, and let's start to make our way into child's pose. So staying on hands and knees, take your knees out wide to the edges of your mat. Bring your big toes together to touch. Sink your hips down and back onto your heels. And then start to walk your hands forward, resting your forehead all the way down on your mat. You got a few options for your arms. You can keep them right where they are. You can bring them down by your sides. You can reach between your knees toward your toes. Make this pose whatever you want it to be. But wherever you are, find stillness here. Just another breath or two here. And slowly, whenever you're ready, start to come out of the pose in whatever way feels best in your body, taking any movement along the way that feels nice, maybe just shaking or rocking the hips side to side. And then our next pose is going to be a Sphinx pose. So start to come down all the way to your belly. Bring your forearms to your mat. Try to stack your shoulders just over your elbows here. And then option to stay right here just like this with the chest slightly lifted. Or you can press into your palms, really finding an even deeper back bend in the spine. Or if you want to stay on your forearms, you could stay here still, or you could drop your head and really sink into the shoulders. So find whatever variation of this pose feels best in your body today, and then do your best to find stillness here. Just another breath or two here. And whenever you're ready, slowly start to come out of the pose in whatever way feels best. Maybe coming all the way down to the belly feels nice. Maybe pushing up and back into child's pose again feels good. Just listening to the body here. What does it need? And then once you found enough movement, we'll meet in a Yogi Squat. So coming back into a squatted position, this time take your feet out, or bring the soles of your feet to your mat. Take your feet out kind of wide. You can point your toes kind of out at an angle. And then bring your knees to the inside of your, bring your elbows to the inside of your thighs, trying to press the hips nice and open here. You can bring your hands to heart center to kind of help with this. And then do your best to find stillness here. Just another breath or two here. And slowly start to make your way down to your back. You can take any movement along the way that feels nice. We've got just one more pose before our final resting posture of class. We're almost there. And once you found enough movement, we'll set up for our gentle twist. So hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big squeeze, and then just let your knees fall gently over to the right side of your mat. Tee your cactus out your arms, gaze over your left shoulder if it feels okay on your neck, and then find stillness here. We're just here for a minute. Just another breath or two here. And slowly, whenever you're ready, start to unwind. Come back to center. You can hug your knees into your chest, or you can just make your way straight over to the other side, letting your knees fall gently to the left. To your cactus out the arms if they're not already there. And then gazing over the right shoulder this time. Just another breath or two on this side. And slowly start to unwind, come back to center. One last time, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big squeeze, maybe rocking along the spine a little bit to give your back a little bit of a massage. And then when you're ready, find your way into your Savasana. Release everything down to the mat. Take your time to set up your space. We'll just be here for a minute too, but at least try for just a minute just to rest. Even if the day's busy, even if a lot's going on around you, try to take a little minute here for yourself. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Maybe wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Roll your ankles, roll your wrists. And make your way into a big good morning stretch. And then roll over onto one side, doesn't matter which. Made myself tired. And start to push yourself up into an easy seat. Thank you so much for being here today, for allowing me to guide you through this practice. It was truly an honor. The light in me sees, honors, and loves the light in you. Namaste, my friends. Thank you again for being here and for practicing with me. I do truly appreciate that. Sorry, my voice is cracking. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things. And then also every single Wednesday, come back here. We're on the mat, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's a good time. Sometimes it's longer videos, sometimes it's shorter videos. Just kind of depends on the day and what I have planned. But feel free to leave comments with suggestions or requests. I'm open to that for sure. And also, if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy my meditations on Mondays. I have a different meditation every single Monday here for us. It's also live. It's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time right here on the mat. And then on Tuesdays, we head over to my art desk, which is right behind you, kind of catty corner to you. And we do a bunch of art. So right now I'm working on a bunch of commissions and getting those caught up. And once that's caught up, we'll do more like sketchbook work, more playing in the sketchbook. And we will, I don't know, maybe some like meditative art sessions. I don't know, got lots of ideas floating around in there, but we will see what happens, which is basically my mantra for my art. When we're at my art desk, we'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you again for being here. I hope you enjoyed this kind of shorter video. I know it's still about half an hour, but maybe we'll do an even shorter one next week just to kind of see how that goes. But I will see you on the mat next Wednesday, and even before that, I'll see you on the mat next Monday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for a meditation. It's live. And, you know, there are technological difficulties and there are accidents and slip-ups, and I say the wrong thing all the time, and that's just part of the process. It's live. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Namaste, my friends. Bye.